you guys? After Cherry Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate Atlantis. This is season 1, episode 17. Let's get into the episode.
Well, we knew they were coming. At least now we know when.
That's something.
That's something?
There's still time, Rodney. There's no reason to panic. Yet.
Where there is time, there's hope.
Agreed. So recommendations?
Other than panic?
Other than panic, yes.
I realize this might not be cool, but we should consider M7G677.
As a possible evacuation site.
No, ma'am. I'm suggesting we take their ZPM.
Their only means of protection from the Wraith. A planet populated mostly by children.
He raises a valid point. We've already established that the ZPM is nearly
Why don't they
depleted,
come
but it could
here?
be of some limited use to us.
We talked
You
about
asked for
this last
suggestions.
episode.
It's a matter of survival.
We're not quite there yet. And as long as I'm in charge, we will never be there.
I agree, Dr. Weir. If this is to be our end, it is best we face it with both dignity and honor.
To that end, I actually have an idea.
Let's hear it.
I think we can send a message back to Earth.
Excuse me.
I thought we didn't have enough power.
Not to send a person, no. We'd never be able to maintain the wormhole long enough. But I think if we were able to tie together all of our power-generating capabilities, we might, and I emphasize might, be able to establish a wormhole long enough to send a message.
How much time are we talking about?
Approximately 1.3 seconds, give or take.
And how is
That's
it
not much
gonna
time.
help?
Time enough to say SOS.
Don't be so analog.
How much information could we send?
Everything. Mission reports from all the senior staff, a ton of stuff on Atlantis, things we've learned in Pegasus.
All that. 1 second.
1.3.
See, you jest, but if I can finesse the compression ratios, you'll be looking for things to add.
Do it.
Elizabeth, you realize that if Stargate Command was able to send help,
I know. They would have. But still, we have a responsibility to report what we've learned here. About Atlantis, about the
Yeah,
ancients.
the Wraith,
Exactly. We have to warn Earth.
even if it's the last thing we do.
Especially if it's the last thing we do.
The Wraith ships apparently go in and out of hyperspace periodically, either because their hyperspace technology is limited
Or they're stopping to feed along the way.
The point is, the pattern is predictable. Now, I can guess with some certainty that they'll be making stops here and here.
How do you expect to reach them with puddle jumper?
They fly to a Stargate en route that Zelenka thinks they're going to drop out of hyperspace, and we watch them pass by.
I am familiar with the people of this world.
And you think you can remain undetected by the Wraith as they go by your position?
Stealth mode. They won't even know we're there.
Okay.
Taylor!
I'm sorry, is this
It has
a
been many
planet
days.
things already?
Too many. Look at you. You're so different.
Much has changed since my last visit. This is Major John Sheppard
okay.
and Oren.
The harvest is still months away.
So,
Yes.
didn't we have like
I know.
5 different places
We have
to
not
go
come to
looking
trade,
for a
but to deliver a
ZPM?
warning.
And what, none of them?
We have reason to believe the
fruitful?
Wraith may be on their way.
We don't know that for a fact, but we're about to go and find out.
It seems they're awakening everywhere.
You should tell your people to take precautions in case they do come.
I will. But you know as well as I do, Taylor, that the Wraith will track us down wherever we go. There will be no escape.
What about through the Stargate?
The cullings are taking place on many worlds. None are safe.
If they do come, stay far from the Stargate. Take your family to the far tree line there and wait for us.
Taylor.
One family, Major, that is all I ask.
I mean, we have a whole...
I'm sorry, Oren. I can't make that promise.
It will be the very least we can do.
If there's time.
Then we must hurry.
I've included a ton of data that we've been able to decipher from the ancient database.
That is incredible.
Well, the algorithm I've devised is extraordinarily efficient, yes.
Oh, please.
Well, it must be. In order to fit all that data in 1.3 seconds.
0.3 seconds, actually.
We have a whole extra second to fill?
A whole extra one, yes.
Is it enough to include personal messages?
This is what he was talking about. You'd want to fill the
Sure.
time.
I mean, several hours of video, much more if it was strictly audio.
I think it'd do wonders for morale.
I could tell my grandma what I've been up to all this time.
Well, if your grandmother had security clearance, yes, you could. But for now, you can tell her that you're well and that you miss her.
I have work to do, shouldn't I?
Lieutenant, maybe you'd like to handle this. Give everybody a few minutes on camera to send a personal message to their loved ones.
I'd love to, man.
Get this thing turned around.
They're heading for the planet.
Hi, Grandma, Grandpa. It's me, Aiden, obviously. I'm talking to you from a place far, far from home. I'm good, though. You don't have to worry. Life here is pretty routine. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get home sometime soon. But you know, if I'm stuck here a while, I want you to know that I'm good. I'm doing things, seeing things I never thought I'd see.
Is this gonna be a clip show?
I wish I could tell you all about it. One day maybe I'll be able to. But I want you both to know that you're right here. Always. All the time.
I'm gonna take us out of stealth mode for the pass-through. Dial the gate. Hang on! Incoming wormhole!
I have heard stories of the Wraith dialing in to prevent their victims from using the Stargate as a means of escape.
So we're stuck here.
Once the ship is rendered invisible again, we will be perfectly safe.
We're worried about getting the intel about the Wraith fleet back to Atlantis.
They will keep dialing in through the night at the very least. But if we wait in the location I told Oren and his family to meet us,
That's
then...
where I'm headed.
Hello, Mum. I hope this message finds you well. I trust your petunias are in full bloom by now. Oh, and I do hope you're keeping up with the ointment I gave you. If you've adhered to the regime, the fungus should have cleared up by now. What's wrong?
Dude, fungus?
On her toenails. I thought you said no one would watch us except my family.
Yeah, but fungus?
What then shall I talk about?
I don't know, it's your mother. Tell her you love her.
No, I can't do that. I get all emotional.
So? It's not like we're live, Doc. I mean, you don't like what we put on tape the first time. We can always do it again.
We can.
Sure. All right.
Mum? I miss you terribly. I can't do this!
Come on, Orange, show up.
Not long ago, you would have blithely left him behind.
Well, the situation has changed.
Earlier today, Lieutenant Ford suggested we steal from a community of children.
It's because they have a ZPM and we can bring them back.
Only to face death in Atlantis.
Not necessarily.
Ford and I are military, spent a lot of our lives learning how to survive.
I've spent my life surviving the Wraith.
Part of that training is knowing who you can save and who you can't.
And that decision is yours alone.
I said that I'd wait for your friend if there was time. Now there's time. What else do you want from me?
Too much, I fear.
Na dně moře máme failsafe, mechanismus. Obrovskou silou vytrhl kotvu města ze dna oceánu. Zhrozili jsme se. Neuvěřitelný, co se to děje? A ten hluk, celé město se třáslo, jako při zemětřesení. To bylo něco neuvěřitelného. A najednou, zehneme. Celé město stoupalo nahoru k hladině. To bylo něco neuvěřitelného a věže prorazily hladinu.
Whoever you're telling this to, do they have clearance?
Nahoru, vody, vlny, vodopády, všechno teče z těch vejšek a vystřeli jsme nahoru úplně na vršek. A najednou slunce, sluníčko prostě proudilo do všech oken. Do smrti na to nezapomenu.
You didn't say anything that would require security clearance, did you?
Security clearance?
This is hard to sit and watch.
There's nothing we can do.
We could do a lot. Just be the last thing we ever do.
We are far outnumbered and the gate is still inaccessible.
You literally said you
But
would.
if we save Oren and his family, we will have done something.
Something.
And in 3.
It says Atlantis here.
This is Dr. Rodney McKay speaking to you from my base of operations in the lost city of Atlantis, located deep within the Pegasus galaxy. I record this message on the eve of our darkest hour. I and the other members of my team face the most horrific deaths imaginable as our very lives are sucked from our chests in a horrific... Okay, starting again.
What is that?
I've never seen such a thing.
Go check it out.
You may be discovered.
I'll make a point not to.
Me too.
I just want to see whatever that is. Just stay here until Oren and his family show up.
That's stupid. You're being stupid. What are you doing? You just established how smart you are last episode.
My friends, I'm Dr. Rodney McKay of the Atlantis expedition, and as the facts of our heroic struggle against the Wraith and our untimely demise are already known to you in that light, I'd like to pass along some final thoughts. I'll begin with a few observations on a subject that is both near and dear to my heart: leadership.
Mr. and Mrs. Markham, My name is Dr. Elizabeth Weir, and your son was a member of my expedition team. It is with deep regret that I have to inform you that he was killed in the line of duty just a few days ago. He died in the defense of others, and his sacrifice may have saved many. And her keen curiosity are just some of the qualities that your daughter displayed during her duties as a scientist on my team. She and several of our colleagues died suddenly just a few weeks ago. I am not at liberty to reveal the cause of her death, but I can tell you that during her time here, Dr. Dumas was a part of something very profound. She saw and did things she never would have dreamed of before. Your son, knowing that he died bravely while defending others. I confess I didn't know him as well as I could have, but I do know he was well liked and very well respected among his peers. And I was told of how often he spoke of his family.
Unique for every single person that's died.
I do wish I could tell you more.
I don't know about you. I couldn't do it.
I'm sure you understand, as a military family.
Are you done, ma'am?
Just give me a moment, please, Lieutenant.
I am keeping busy with my job. I work hard like everyone else to ensure the success of this expedition, and also to please the leader of our science team.
No. This sequence first, and then the secondary code, unless you're intentionally trying to blow us up, in which case, excellent work.
He does not always remember my name, but I have enjoyed working for him very much.
What is this? What is this? Who made this? You made this?
He's a very honorable and brave man.
Ow! 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 Okay, crap! Ow, no, right, ow!
Until then, I will continue to serve at his pleasure.
I once caught Mono kissing a girl in algebra club. Missed an entire month of school. Still, the kiss was something, so it was probably worth it. April Bingham. Cute blonde. God, see, I love blondes, especially with the short hair. Samantha Carter. If you're watching, the torch is still burning. Sadly, soon to be extinguished. You know, you should know, I think you are just so, well, you're great. You're really, really great. I would go so far as saying that you're the hottest scientist I've ever worked with. In fact, there's probably not a night that goes by that I don't find myself. Okay, Ford, let's lose that, and let's get back to leadership.
This is a message for General Jack O'Neill of Stargate Command. I feel it is my duty to inform you of what I consider to be serious errors in judgment among the leaders of this expedition. Most notably, Dr. Elizabeth Weir. Her actions have repeatedly and recklessly exposed the people of this expedition to extreme danger, leading us directly to the grave situation we currently find ourselves in.
That's not her fault.
You know what? How about I leave the room and let you record your whining in private?
Fine.
I mean, I guess some people
I've been keeping a
would have
record of
issue.
Dr. Weir's questionable activities, which I would like to detail for you now.
Not everyone's always happy. Good old beam of energy from the sky.
Never cared for dogs. Too much work, too needy, too unpredictable. I mean, you leave one door open, the tiniest little cracks, and they're gone. You look for them, you put up flyers, it's no use. And since your father
Maybe
refused to
train
pay
them
for
well
a
enough so they
license,
don't
the
escape.
animal shelter has no way of tracking them. You know, God knows what happened to that little guy. Now, cats. Now, that's a whole different story. Cats are self-sufficient, they're dependable. You shake the box, they come running. Cynic would say it's because of the food, but my cat, see, I truly believe he enjoys my company. There's something very comforting about coming home from work at the end of the day and having a familiar face waiting for you, you know? I digress. Where was I?
Everything that you just said applies to dogs too, but alright.
Leadership.
It is all right, I'm a friend. Please, hurry, this way. How many of you remaining?
I don't know.
Orin, have you seen him?
Not since before the Wraith arrived. We must go now. The Wraith will find us.
No, they will not. Our ship has a shield which makes it invisible to them. You are safe here.
Finally, I would like to say something to the families of every member of this expedition. I wish I could tell you more about what your loved ones are doing. And someday I hope you find out, because you will be amazed. But I will tell you that I could not be more proud of each and every one of them. Their heroism has amazed me. face a terrible enemy and an uncertain future. But if we are never heard from again, know that your loved ones did not face that uncertainty alone. We are facing our future together.
It's pretty ugly out there. Is this Oren's family?
No. They have not seen Oren since the culling began.
Well, the village is pretty much wiped out. The gate just shut off. We should be able to dial up and get out of here before the Wraith can do anything about it.
Please, Major. Give Oren more time.
If he was able to get here, he'd be here by now. We gotta get back.
Don't know.
Then go. I will stay and search in the daylight. You can return for me later.
Can't do that.
I consider Oren as family, Major. I am sorry if you do not understand what that means.
I understand it, Taylor, but that's not the point.
With or without you, I am staying.
You won't make it.
Then I ask that you stay as well. Just a little longer. Allow something good to come of this.
I mean, you do have
Right.
some people.
Give it a little more time.
I know you worry about me, Mum, but somehow we've found a way to rise to each challenge, so I wouldn't fret about my safety. It's the people here, from dozens of countries, all connected by a single bond. We represent the people of Earth, and if there's one thing I've discovered about we Earthlings, we're a scrappy bunch. I wouldn't be surprised if I bring back...
Doc, you can't say Earthlings. Mother doesn't have security clearance.
She knows I'm from Earth, son. It's not a bloody secret.
Oh, right.
Sorry, Mum.
Never saw Grease, even though I had a thing for Olivia Newton-John when I was a kid. Always wanted to see Gandhi. Only saw the first half of The Sixth Sense. Always wondered how that ended.
Well, I can tell you, because
My sister.
I watched it.
Ford, if you cut everything else, just keep this part, okay? Jeannie, it's your brother, Rodney. I want to say, family is important. I've come to realize that because the people here have become a sort of a kind of surrogate family to me. And I know what you're thinking. I've never really been the poster child for that kind of sentiment, but when one's contemplating one's own demise, one tends to see things more clearly. I really do wish you the best, you know? And I'm sorry we weren't closer. Perhaps, if by chance I make it out of this, perhaps one day we can be. Now, if there's time, I'd like to go back to the subject of leadership.
Someone's coming.
Oren!
Oren!
How big is this family?
He must have met up with others along the way.
That's gonna be a problem.
I didn't think you'd still be here.
We would not have gone without you.
We found others on the way, and even more further behind.
How many more?
12.
This way! Quickly! Wait! All right, we'll fit as many people as we can!
Hurry!
Are our guests comfortably settled in?
Yes.
So tell me, how bad is it?
Bad.
Lieutenant Ford is just finishing recording personal messages from all our team members. I took the liberty of recording messages to the families of the people we've lost.
It's a good idea.
But there's one in particular I thought maybe you'd like to do yourself.
I'm not sure if Colonel Sumner's parents are still alive. Not sure he even has a family back there. Not all of us do. But if he does have a family, they should know that he died with honor and courage in the performance of his duty. He carried the burden of a leader, and he carried it well. I didn't get the chance to know him well, but I know this. Considering the type of man he was and what we're up against, I wish he was still here.
Not a day goes by that I don't think of you, Simon. There's so much I want to tell you and share with you, but I can't. I know this is unfair. So much you don't know. I'm putting your life on hold for me. So don't. All I ask is you take care of yourself and know that wherever you are, my heart is looking after you.
So take care of yourself. Lots of sleep. Remember your daily walks. And keep up with your prescription. Well, that's about it. I'll say goodbye now. And Mum, I do love you.
Bye, Grandma. Grandpa, I miss you.
Goodbye, bro.
There's
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Simon.
scheduled off-world activation.
Mulder!
Receiving transmission.
Ah!
Who's it from?
Okay.
Atlantis.
That's right. Little fucking cameo in the end. Let's go. Hey, what's up, you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Well, that was Stargate Atlantis, season 1, episode 17. I thought the personal messages this episode were quite cute and funny and interesting enough. I'm looking forward to seeing what the plan is for the next episode. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one.